Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In our last couple of episodes, we've been working on this refrigerator here that cools down liquid oxygen into liquid state and hydrogen into liquid state. And as you can see, the last bit that we were working on 2 episodes ago, hydrogen, has pretty much stabilized. Now there's a little bit of, not quite yet, but we're getting there. It's cooling down everything. I see Calderon just returned, so let's go ahead and let him do his morning constitution here. And as you can see, I'm building some stuff here. We'll get right back to that, but I wanted to go down here to what we worked on last time and show you that we've got a little bit of progress made. So I brought in a lot more polluted water, both via... largely by splitting these so that we weren't trying to combine the 2 pipes in, so that this stuff from the bathrooms could be brought down into here unimpeded, and this could flow in completely unimpeded as well, to the point now where I think we actually might need a second... We might actually need a second thing here, a second water sieve. Let's look at the germs, yeah. And how are you going? I need to change the timings on this. That might be something we can work on today to adjust that a little bit, so we get a little bit more here in the in these tanks to flush out that infected water a little bit, I think, smoother. But the water is starting to increase slowly. We do have... I did split this back apart again, so we now have the ability for 2 full pipes to come in, even though they're not. It just depends on how full this one is becoming, and then what else coming down from elsewhere in the base, which we are still pumping in, so that's good. And that's what some of what I was building and working on now is that. So we're going to go back up and work on that, but hopefully we can get this straightened out. As you can see, this is now shut off because we have reached the maximum level here. And this will keep going. Hopefully this will keep pumping. It is, so I'm not too worried about it. It's getting pipe blocked alerts, so it might be worthwhile to have a second water sieve. Maybe? Yeah, let's do it. Why the heck not? Because they can't process 10 kilograms. They can only process 5 kilograms. So it's worth it to do, even if it's only something that's used sometimes. We need to go around and into there, and then this one can come out, and it should be fine. And that'll give us twice as much growth here, and then we just need to deal with this over here, which we will deal with a little bit later. Because what I want to do first of all is send Calderon... Oh, I can't do it yet. We got a meteor shower going on. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about what I'm doing here. I want to get a hold of as much of... No, that's not it. As much of this hydrogen that's in here, up in here, and up in here as I can. And I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pipe it all down and into this filter system here, and hopefully at least, and get as much of that shoved into here as possible. Because right now we have 12 on the inside width times 35... Well, times 30 is 360, so we're at about a little over 400, 420 maybe. Depends on if that's truly level or not, which I don't think it is. But we're constantly dumping in and having issues with pressure here because it's not... The temperature hasn't quite stabilized yet. Let's look at the temperature here. See, this one is still 8 degrees, so this still needs to cool down. And this will need to cool down then as well. And these are all pretty good here. They're right up at about 250. So it's just a matter now of getting these tiles built. Looks like we have another insulation tile that we can do. And so those will build. The other thing that I'm working on is simply some way to cool down this water without building a massive build. And I'm going to try to use this ice that's in here to do so. So I have a liquid pipe that's started here coming down this way. Hold on a second. Good. Calderon, come here and get lost. In space. I don't want to leave here because I will forget to Launch him. Here he comes now. Wait a minute. Okay, now I can go. Launch. We're getting there on the isoresin, by the way. But that's still the impediment. 5 goes into 118, 20, 1, 2, 3 times. 23 divided by 4 is just almost 6. So this should be his last trip. That should let us fill out that insulation, I think. Okay, so once this all gets built, then that'll be much better. Maybe I should prioritize it a little. Construction, let's do this first. And then do this and this. Of course, this is a lot of stuff that we don't need to build, but I kind of still want to anyway. Actually, let's do this one also sooner rather than later, and that got deselected. So what I kind of wanted to do here, and this isn't going to work great, but it should work well enough. Oh, stop with the not showing me the whole interface here. And that is just to run some pipes through an open area like this. Like that. And I'll have to build ladders to... What the heck? Game, thank you for the lag. I'll have to build ladders, but then we can just come up like this. Go through there. And then we need to go back down. And this is the way down, I think. Yes, this is the way down. This is... I also staged this out a little bit, too. Let's see. There we are. Let's deconstruct that quickly. And then we're going to have to put ladders in. At least some. Actually, that one's probably not necessary. I think I'll just dig across here and put the last couple in. Nope. Okay, and then this goes over there. Oops, there. Because this is still very cold and there's ice here too, so we can take advantage of that cold a little bit, at least to get a little bit more fresh water supply coming in. I think I hooked this up to... Let me see where I hooked this up to. Jump. Jump. This way. Okay, I did. I hooked it up to the pipe that goes straight into the freshwater tank here. So that'll help with that matter as well. This still needs to be done. Let's put this one on a priority to get that done. That way this can get started and we can process a full pipe of polluted water when we need to. Oh, this is pulling that back. This isn't right. This needs to be replaced with one of these. That goes up to a 9. So I did turn all the oxygen back on, by the way, and they're still trying to fill up. It's going to be a little bit of time before they get there. But we have all 4 oxygen generators running again. Oh, printables. At this point, I'll just take whatever they want. But yeah, so these are all running again. While they were off, especially, they really cooled down the inner space there, which is really, it was really nice. I didn't want to clear that because that's what they normally look like. And this one's a little bit not as good, but it might not have been off as long. Another suggestion that or a couple suggestions that I had in comments that I should acknowledge, by the way. And thank you for the comments. I mean, we're almost to the end of this series, but if you want to leave comments, by all means, leave comments. But one person suggested just taking the polluted water and running it through the tanks here and disinfecting it, even including what comes out of the bathrooms in the chlorine room before it goes into even just the polluted water storage. And that's kind of a no-duh. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of that while I was doing this. So I think in the future, what I would do with this area here is I would have all the polluted water from bathrooms, from anything, going into the chlorine room for disinfection. And then I would have any water potentially coming into the base with infection, with possible infection in it, going through the disinfection room. And then it would come out of there and split into a polluted water tank and a clean water tank. And that's it. We don't need the third one for the infected water because it's going to be disinfected before it even comes into there. So hopefully that makes some sense. And we have power issues. Yes, we have power issues. I never built those batteries. That's why I have power issues. Power issues. We were going to use gold? Yeah, we were going to use gold. Actually, I should have done it from here. Oh, good. Okay. Oh. Come on, game. Get a lot of power here. At this point, it's kind of a might as well kind of thing. And then heavy... We got the bridge already, so heavy conductive wire. Do, do. And do, do. And just enough left. Actually, I should potentially dig all this out. Yeah, let's dig this out. And then I'll build the floor over top of it. I can't do that yet. So Pedro dig it out first. Actually, we don't need to dig the bottom row, but it's fine. I'm just going to bury this stuff in here, which is why that needs to go too. Okay. Go to sleep. Alright, so now this is pumping out hydrogen from here. And we are now finishing these other ones up as well. I suppose we can build the bridges that are necessary for this. So, this one... These are too close. Shoot. They're too close to put these one after the other. I didn't think about that. Dang it. Let me see if I can do any shenanigans. If I did this one and that one, coming down, if I could do this one... I think I might just move this. I don't want to do that though. And it's rocket time. Dang it. Let's see. How can I do this? How can I do this? Making this a bridge won't help, because it still means this one needs to come over one tile. If I made this a bridge, would that help any? Oh, I have an idea. Deconstruct that. Crazy idea time. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. This gets deconstructed. And this one goes here. Crazy idea time. Okay, Caledron's back. Go ahead and let him... Oh, he's already gone. And can we now make enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... maybe one more trip might need to be done. Oh, let's send him in the morning. Well, we brought back a bunch of stuff sitting there. Okay, you look like you might be done. Gas. No, actually you're not. Just pulled that down to vacuum, but you're not done. Although maybe before that's done, I should break into here and get that water out of there. Disable that building. Okay, back to this now. Oh, I need a ladder here to get to these. Oops. There. To get this built, I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So, this needs to come into here. This can go there. And then this can squiggle back over there. Meanwhile, this one goes here. That one's going there. And this is going to go here once they deconstruct this piece. And then this can squiggle back into here. That's completely insane, but I think it works. There you go. Okay, mop. Priority 9. Also, sweep that stuff. Just so that it's out of the way. Somebody, come and mop, please. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. She's not running very regularly, that's all. Sweep that at a 9. Okay. And now let's build these back. 7. Okay, that all got done. We don't have near enough yet. Actually, we do have enough. Wait, why are you not on? You are on. No automation overlay, Molly. That's on. The temperature's good. We just need to turn it on via that method. But we are also requesting more because we don't have enough pressure. And we don't have enough liquid. Okay, good. Those two. Priority 7. And you can switch this one back on. Okay, that can come out. Actually, no, because it's not a permanent pipe. So we'll leave those in there. Because once this gets pulls all this hydrogen out of here, and that one too, this one's actually just about done. Let's do this. And then, actually, don't need to do that part, I guess. And then I want to see this done. I also have this to do. This probably needs to get done even sooner. Sure, I'll take those. We'll cook them. This is no longer needed. And this I had set actually to allow manual use. But I can move it now. Not that there's anywhere to move it to. Automation or conveyor overlay. Yeah, not really that great of a place to move it to. I guess I could move it like closer here. It's not deconstruct that just yet then. That way I can copy the settings. Mop that up. Oh, I forgot to send Caledorn again. Doggone it. Caledorn. Carbon asteroid doesn't have enough supplies anymore. Really? Wait a minute. Oh, nobody supplied me with... Wait, why do we have so much oxalate in here? Somebody overloaded it for some reason. But that still stands. We don't have enough resources available. Interesting. So what if we went to there instead? Where's it getting that 800 and something from? I don't know where it's getting that number from. But we're better off going here, even though it's got 3% less iso resin. Because then we can get all the cargo bay full. Okay, somebody needs to... Why do you keep putting oxalate in there? Who keeps doing that? And why are they starting that now? Weird. Alright, well, Caledorn, you might as well go and rest for the night. You can figure it out in the morning. Okay, this one is done. Delete that. And you can delete the power cable for it. And the pipe. Well, we'll wait on the pipe. It doesn't matter. That was a nice squiggly pipe that I made for that, by the way. As you can tell. Sydney will be back in... Okay, so Sydney will be back in the next episode, probably. I mean, we probably won't still be here when she comes back in this episode. The other thing that was in the comments is this. This is the first time I've built it completely within a atmosphere zone. In the past I built it at least mostly in space, if not maybe a little bit of overlap with one of these, but mostly in space. And that's actually a much better choice because of the heat and the temperature of these items, or these liquids. You're actually better off pulling them down to vacuum, or putting them in the vacuum of space when you set this up. Let's put another one down. So in the future, that's what I will do. Did somebody... Why do you keep adding more? Don't understand. Alright, let's deconstruct it and rebuild that solid oxidizer tank. Oh, never mind. That's all there is. We're out of oxalite. That's grams, not kilograms. Okay, well, let's do a liquid oxidizer then. Let me pull up ONI Assistant. If you want to go 20,000 with liquid oxidizer, let's go rocketry and then go liquid oxidizer. We already have the pipe there, so it doesn't look like it matters. Let's go emergent like. And we need 630, so there's too much in here. I need to make sure, actually we need more than 630. I need to make sure that I count for a second fuel tank. So we need 650. Okay, and they can pop that out of there, 650. And then let's turn this on. Hopefully this still works. It does. Excellent. That shouldn't take too long to do 650. Well, it's 65 pipe segments worth. Give or take the first one. We have a lot of rocks and stuff that I can put out. Need to find some bad places now because I pretty much have filled up this entire ladder shaft. Let's do percolator. And then we'll do... I already have a shield generator there, so I'm going to do the encrusted teapot. And the pristine fossil. There and there. And there. Back up to here. And then we'll just send Calidorn in the morning. Okay, 650 already there. That didn't take long. Shut that down. It's all coming back in here now. And hopefully it goes back in the right spot. It is. Excellent. And of course we are making more now. And that has pulled any oxygen... Oh, we're pulling oxygen here too, by the way. That has pulled any oxygen from going this way because I optimized this. Actually, I think I built this off camera too. We talked about it, but I built this pipe. We moved all these and then I didn't actually build this. I built this bridge and this pipe going into here so that this would be, any overflow oxygen here would be the priority oxygen, because I did this, would be the priority oxygen coming into these. Alright, so this can be deconstructed now. Do not use the deconstruction tool. And then power there. And then gas pipes there. Alright, and that should pull what's left out of there. Let's give this some priority just so they clean it up. There, and Calidorn. Okay, he's on his way. So this ended up costing us 20 extra petroleum to launch this with the extra petroleum tank, but I'm not rebuilding the rocket for this. So That'll be fine. And this only has 1127, so yeah, we're going to go here, and we'll get that extra 3%. See ya. Okay. Next piece, this thing right here. Copy, paste, and then I can get rid of this whole stretch here. There. Let's see. Is that still going? Yeah. Okay. Good. You can deconstruct all of that. I don't know how I got an extra suit in here again. Need to undock one of those suits. Somehow we got an extra suit. I don't know how. But they might, at least one of them might end up needing to go down here. Given that there's gaps in the end and there shouldn't be. Oh, this filled up with oxygen, by the way. In like, I don't know, the last few minutes. So that's really good. I think I want to fill this in. This is where those pipes go through. That way they're minimally in the atmosphere zone. We don't have enough insulation because we're out of iso resin. Okay. Well, I think that we can leave this here. We are sending out water when we can. And as you saw, we're melting the ice like crazy. So this has priority. This drain from if this water gets too cold, then it sends that cold water there, and then otherwise there's hot water coming in. But actually, it's not hot; it's very cold. It's very cold. It's coming in here at 40, almost 43 degrees, and it's coming out of here at 10, 12 degrees. That's pretty impressive, and sometimes colder if it sits there for a little while. It's going to probably break some of those pipes, but I'm not that bothered by it. I would, that's the heat. Actually really good. I mean, it's heating up, but the tiles adjacent to them are still below 0, so. Alright, well that's working better than it's not going to work forever, but it's working better than I hoped. In this, let's see, we need to have, before we go, let's calculate out a liquid oxygen rocket, hydrogen engine, maximum distance on that. Looks like 130? Oh, if I take out the cargo bay. We can get over 200 with just one cargo bay. But compare that to the star map, where our farthest is 109. Ooh, we could go there. That might be fun. As an ending for this episode, 180,000. So we can get there with one cargo bay and one sightseeing module. That'd be kind of a fun ending. But we would need we wouldn't need the second. We would need a third. Okay, good. A third tank with 2 cargo bays and 1 research bay. No, we need one of each. Yeah, we need one of each. Let's do one of each. We can make it almost 200,000 on that. We can make it out to one. Actually, we can make it to 200,000 on. No, we can't. We can make it 194,000 with two tanks of fuel. No, that's 3 tanks of fuel. We can only make it to 167,000 with 2 tanks of fuel. That's according to oni-assistant.com. The calculator there. So what we could do, though, is convert Calidorn's rocket once he's done, and also Sydney's rocket, obviously, into hydrogen rockets, and then use them as our means of exploration and travel, and we could send one of them very far, and even to that farthest reach, which is kind of a fun ending. But we can decide that in a later episode. Before we go, I want to mention one thing. I want to mention that if there's anything else you'd like to see in this series, something that I haven't covered, something, I don't know, something that you're interested in seeing here, let me know in the comments, and I will try to put it in if it's something that I can kind of reasonably do in the interim. If not, maybe we'll schedule that for another series. But I think this is getting close to the end. Maybe just a couple more episodes. But we'll see. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.